What's happening, everybody? I'm back. So, Carnival Cruises. I don't know if you've ever been on one or whatever, thought about going on one, a cruise or whatever, but we're gonna talk about Carnival Cruises. Before we start, if you can, subscribe, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get into the YouTube algorithm, all right. I've been on Carnival Cruises before. That's the only cruise I've ever been on. It's Carnival. And I love it. I love it. Me and my wife, we have a great time. On the cruises. And I know right now I see it all over YouTube that people are saying it's the Walmart of cruises, and it's talking about black fatigue and complaining that the black people are causing problems and all that stuff. And yeah, of course, I've seen videos, I've seen it happen, whatever. But I've been on 3 cruises now, 3 Carnival cruises. And I've never seen any fights, any drama, nothing. I've never seen anybody arguing with the staff members on the boat. I've never seen nothing like that, Every time I go, me and my wife, it's just a great time. And yeah, everybody's drinking. People are drinking a lot, and stuff like that. But it's always a great time, I've never had a problem. I've never seen a problem, I've never, nothing like that, But I do see these videos of all this stuff happening on the cruise ships, It was funny when I saw that they said it's the Walmart of cruises because it is affordable. It is cheap. That's the only reason why I've been on it. That's the only reason why me and my wife have been on the Carnival cruises, because they're affordable. You know what I mean? And honestly, this is just me, my opinion, telling you guys, I had a great time on all my cruises. One of them was the water was a little rough, so the boat was kind of moving the whole time we were out there and stuff. But it's so big, because I get motion sickness on little boats, if I get on the little flyer in Long Beach going to Catalina, to the island, that little boat is too little for me, and I get motion sickness every time I go to Catalina. But the cruises, nah, boats are too big. They're too big. Even if it's swaying and you feel it swaying, you kind of can't walk right, you're kind of stumbling. It's still not even that bad. You still don't notice it. I don't know if it's not that you don't notice it, but it's not that bad, But we're going on another one in the beginning of 2026, next year. We're gonna go on another one, because, I even have friends. That do cruises and stuff, but they don't wanna do the Carnival cruises with us. They say, "Oh, that's ghetto," and that's well. I'm not rich, I'm kind of ghetto, even if I do have money or whatever, I'm still kind of ghetto. I'm still gonna look for the best price and the one that has the most fun, the Carnival ones are the party. That's the party cruise, you know what I mean? That's the party cruise boat, That's what they all say. That's what everybody says. That's what they all say. Carnival's the party one, That's why I like it. That's why I like that one. There's so many activities on there. There's different little clubs. There's different little nightclubs. There's different bars. So many bars. It's a cool experience. But the one thing I do. This is the one complaint that I do have. It's not even a complaint because it doesn't bother me at all. But it's not even a complaint. Yeah. Let me retract that. It's not even a complaint. It's just my next cruise. What I want to go on an adult only, because they do have kids you know, you could take your kids. I mean, Carnival, people have their kids. You know, there's places you could leave your kids, you know, and big old playgrounds and big old, and they'll watch your kids and you go have a good time, and you know. But me personally, I would never take my kids on a cruise. That's just me personally, you know, unless they were adults, you know, unless they're adults, you know, 21 or older, you know what I mean? But just to take like little kids, you know, little 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and you're trying to be on a cruise, you know, you and your old lady, I don't know, it's a little weird to me, but I could see how people would do it just for the kids to get the experience, you know, you're like, oh, I've been on a cruise before, you know, whatever. Like when my kids are in their 20s now, you know, they're in their 20s, so my youngest is like 21, you know, but when they were young, you know, we were broke. We didn't have money like that to go on a cruise and, you know, take the kids all on a cruise. Like, there was no way we had money like that, you know, like, yeah, you know, like we took them to amusement parks and stuff, but not to like on cruises and like fancy. To me, that's like fancy rich people stuff, you know, and Carnival makes it to where you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be, you know what I mean, rich to go on a 3-4 day cruise, you know? That's what I like about Carnival. I love Carnival cruises, you know? Now I've already been on 3 of them, going on my 4th one. I get discounts now, and, you know, like I get all these, you know, your membership moves up as you're getting on cruises and cruising, you know? You turn to a gold member and then a platinum member and all this stuff, you know? But me and my wife, we love Carnival cruises. So I don't know, you know, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I feel like it, you know, honestly, I feel like it's just happened maybe a handful of times on a couple cruises, you know? And then now they're just making a big deal about everything, you know, like, oh, all the ghetto people just want to bring speakers and all this stuff. I've been on 3 cruises. I don't see people, like a couple times out on the deck, you know? People will have a speaker with their music playing right next to them, next to the chair. But it's never loud. I've never heard it being loud. It's never bothered me, you know, it's never, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. Have you been on a Carnival cruise? Have you been on another cruise? A different, not just Carnival. Have you been on a different one? Was it better? You know, let me know. Like I want to know everybody else's opinions, you know, like, what do you guys think, you know? Me personally, I love Carnival cruises. Love them. It's always a great time. It's always an amazing time, you know? And I've never been on any other cruise ship. I don't know how they are. I don't know. I don't, you know? But I've always had a great time on the cruise ship, on Carnival. Great time, you know? Great party time. But you guys let me know. You know, did you see a fight? Did you anything, you know, like it? Let me know. Did you have a good time? Did you have a great time? Will you never go back again? Like, you know, let me know how you guys feel, you know? But that's how I feel. I feel like it's a great time. It's a great experience. It's cheap. It's affordable. You can go have a great time for $1,000, you know what I mean? You and your old lady. And it's just fun, you know? But, yeah, I've been watching videos for like the past week or so on Carnival cruises and like how people are saying black fatigue and all this stupid stuff. I mean, it is what it is, you know, but me personally, I know I'm Mexican and all that, but like, even if I did go somewhere and it's full of black people, I fit right in. You know what I mean? I'm ghetto. I fit right in, you know? I'm not rich. I'm not nothing, you know? I'm a ghetto dude. I'll fit right in, you know, start having drinks and have a good time, you know? It's no big deal, you know? But, all right, everybody, you guys let me know. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, please, you know? And everybody have a good day, and God bless. Thank you, guys.